Hey guys, how's it going? This is Natenator, and welcome to a series that I haven't done for a very long time, and that is Nate Talks, as I'm sure you got from the intro title thing. Yeah, that intro might be a little bit nostalgic to some of you, because I'm sure that the other intro I have doesn't really work for this situation. And, you know, speaking of that intro, I know that some of you guys, you really missed the old intro, which was really surprising to me. I think I should, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but now that I've sort of gotten into it, I think I will speak about it, just in the fact that, I didn't think that people would actually, I didn't think people would actually not want to hear the original. I don't know if that made sense, but I always thought that my original intro was a bit clunky, I took so long to get to the point, if a new viewer came to my channel and they wanted to, see what I was all about, if my intro was running for 40 seconds before the story even came up, you know, to someone like me, I'd be like, oh my god, this guy talks like shit. Wait, talks like shit? I mean, he talks shit. And, you know, I just want to get to the point quicker, you know? And I thought it would look more professional if I had, something actually animated. And in my opinion, I really like it. I think it's awesome. I worked with someone to make that, and I did put a considerable amount of money into it, because unlike some people think, animating isn't just oh, you know, here's $100, go make me something awesome. I guess animators, you know, they're people like us. They need to make a living, so they get paid at a standard rate. And it's however long it takes them to make it is how much they get paid, so you might think, oh, you know, just swap back to the old one, it's not that bad, you can just trash the new one. But in reality, I actually took the money that I'd made from the channel up to that point and just put it right back into the channel. I mean, maybe I should have consulted you guys first, but I wanted it to be a surprise, so I really apologize if it was, not exactly what you guys wanted or expected. But yeah, it's been a long time since that happened, so... Oop. See, I'm probably not gonna edit this video as much as I do in my creepypasta readings, but as you can hear, there's I'm still in my shared living, and there's people going in and out, so doors are crashing and stuff. That happens so much, you would not believe it. Every time that happens, I have to restart the recording, not fully, just from the sentence or whatever, and then edit it later. But this is just Nate Talks, you know. I don't want it to be more us down on the personal level. We're just chatting, you know. You're not really chatting much because, you know, you're quiet, but that's okay, because I'm pretty quiet myself, but I have to talk because it's YouTube, you know? And for anyone who's new, because we've got lots of new subscribers, welcome guys. I feel bad for you that you have to deal with my crap. This video, the series called Nate Talks, is pretty much just about me talking about anything that comes to mind or anything that I've planned, and I just talk about it. I waffle on, you know, just ramble, and if anyone wants to listen, then they can listen, and if they don't, then, you know, you don't have to listen. Sometimes I touch on some important things in these, but if I were you, I wouldn't be bothered, waiting to the end to hear it. I usually save important things to the end, so you can just skip to the end if you don't want to hear the crap. But yeah, so that was me talking about the intro. I hope that, you know, we can all get used to it. I think it's been a couple months since I swapped to it, so Like, I get a lot of messages, like, people are like, oh, I love the new intro, it's so cool, but I miss the old one. It was so nice, like, it was like a welcoming thing. And I understand that, I never really thought about it that way. So maybe in the future, when I've gotten my, you know, my run out of that intro, either I might get a new one, or I might go back to the old one, I don't know. We'll see. For now, this is like, it's what's easiest for me, because that's just an image, a video sequence I can just drag and drop at the front of each of my videos. So it just means that I can upload more often, because it's easier for me, you know? Moving on from that, I wanted to speak about Vivid. A lot of you guys probably don't know what that is, and oh yeah, I just want to apologize in advance. I and stutter and talk crap so much in this, so if you hear me saying like or any other things like that, just, you know, please bear with me. Okay, so Vivid is, it's a light show in Sydney that's held once a year. I don't know how long it goes for, like maybe 1 or 2 weeks. And I went 2 nights ago? Yeah, I went 2 nights ago. And it was damn awesome. Like, I saw some really cool stuff. You know what? I could probably put some pictures in here. That'd be really cool. I'll like drop some pictures of what I did. We had this badass hotel room. Like, it was, let me see. It was called Key West, that's what it was called. And it was overlooking the Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House. Like, it was so cool. Like, just from the window you could see it all. And it was really beautiful. And yeah, it was really just amazing. I went with my, I don't know, he's just, you know, my best friend basically. Him, his girlfriend, and his family, we all went down. I was just sort of like chilling, and we saw some pretty cool stuff. And then we went back to the hotel room and had played some drinking games. I don't really do much of that, but it was fun, because I'm a lightweight now, since I like never drink, so hell yeah, not having to buy heaps of alcohol. Okay. Speaking of that, something that I wanted to bring up, I know that, you know, I've said it a couple times and I've got it plastered all over my, you know, my channel and everything, so I'm sure everyone knows about it by now, and whoever cared about it in the first place would have already done it, but I have a Twitter account. I've said it like heaps of times. I'm trying to be a bit more active on it, because I didn't really get it back in the day. Like, I think I've had it for like 2 years, and the only thing I had on it for like a year and a half was just like scheduled uploads, so I never even checked it. Like, it would just post automatically and that's fine. But I'm trying to be a bit more active on it, like just taking pictures of stuff, or like giving updates, you know, like if anything's going on, I'll post it there as well. There's not many people there, but there are some really loyal guys who always like my stuff, and that's really awesome. Love you guys. If you're watching this, you know who you are, lol. Okay. So enough about that crap, self-promoting and all that. I want to talk about some horror movies, actually. In fact, one in specific, but I'll tell you that, I've been me and one of my other friends, we do this thing every weekend where we have like movie nights, because we both work like generally from Monday to Friday, and like we generally work like the 9 to 5 thing, and that gets really, you know, annoying. And then, you know, on Sunday I have to record, and then we get back to the whole week's grind again. You know, this is life. Does it get any better? That is the question. Okay, I'm sorry. That was depressing. So, on to the positive stuff. We decided that, like, on Friday nights we'd stay up late, we'd watch horror movies, like just one horror movie, like at least one movie a week. And honestly, I think it's a really cool idea. Like, we just jump on Skype, we both download the movie, and then we both like go, you know, count down and then hit play at the same time, and then it's basically like watching it in the same room, you know? What I wanted to get at is that we watched a movie like a week ago, and it was called Banshee's Chapter. Now, that movie was absolutely disgusting. Like, not in like, you know, oh, blood, gore, you know, crazy, scary, gore, gross. I'm saying it in a way that, like, it scared the freaking crap out of me. Like, I watch horror movies quite often, you know, you get a bit of a tolerance to it. Every now and then, when you know the jump scare's coming, I might look away, or I might, you know, just peek between the crack in my fingers or something. But that movie, literally, I had to turn it so far down I couldn't even hear what they were talking about in the non-scary parts, and I sat maybe like 2.5 meters away from the screen because I couldn't deal with it being right in front of me. I don't know if it's just me, like if you guys have seen it you might be like, oh, it was pretty scary, but I'm a badass, it wasn't that scary at all. Well, you have balls made of steel, or if you're a girl then you've got, you know, steel somethings. You've got some sand in your sack, as they might say in some books that are very obscure that you might get or might not get. Anyway. Oh, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was my phone, and I don't care about it, because I'm recording, lol. Why am I saying lol? That's sad. Okay, so if you want to watch a really spooky movie that has stuff to do with like number stations and stuff, because that stuff creeps me out, that's not a spoiler. That's like, you know, it starts right at the very beginning, so don't worry about it. That shit, Banshee's Chapter, highly recommend it if you just want to scare the shit out of yourself. Don't watch any trailers, don't look it up, just download it. I think it was released in 2013, so find that movie, wait till, you know, 11, 12 at night, turn off all the lights, and then bloody watch it and die, basically. You will die. I died a little on the inside. Okay. So, let's move on. I don't have much time to record. I don't even know why I'm recording right now. I should probably not be recording, but fuck it. I really wanted to put something out. So, let's speak about Overwatch for a little second. Blizzard's little awesome, fun, cancerous game that I love so much. My latest addiction, Overwatch. I'm probably not going to do any playthroughs or, you know, let's plays on my channel for Overwatch unless you guys ask for it. But Overwatch is like one of the coolest games ever. And I'm sort of throwing it out there to you guys. I don't really play with that many people. Like, I've got a few like groups that I play with. Like, I've got my mates from back home and I've got my mates from class that play, but we aren't always on at the same time. So if you want to add my BattleNet, and like if I'm on and not doing anything, send me a message if you want to play, and I might be busy or I might not be busy, and if I'm not busy then maybe you can freaking carry my ass. I think I'm like level 45 or something, somewhere around that point. I really like to do the whole thing where you don't main a champ or character, and you just sort of like pick based on the situation and like you swap heaps. I don't care like heaps about winning, but I feel like you have a better chance to win if you sort of like try and pick against them. But yeah, it's all a bit of fun. If you want to add me, my thing is Natenator, hashtag 11296. So that's my BattleNet ID thing, whatever it is. And yeah, that's if you want to play Overwatch. I also have Hearthstone, so, you know, I don't really play that as much anymore, but that's a thing. I got a couple other things to talk about, if you don't mind. I'm gonna keep on going. So, this might catch some of your interest, it might not mean anything to some of you people, some of you guys, but I am going to take a vacation to America this year. Actually in the middle of this year, so it's coming up really quick. I'm planning on doing like a 2-week, just visit 2 locations, 2 weeks. I'm literally doing it just because I've been feeling a bit cramped up. I want to get out there and do something before, you know, at the end of this year, I'm planning on getting a full-time job, and I feel like I'm gonna be really cramped and really like, I don't know how to explain it. I just want to get out there and do something while I still have the freedom to do so, and not worry about, oh no, in 2 weeks when I get back, I'm gonna have to go straight back to work. You know? Like, I don't know if you guys feel that way, but that's definitely how I feel. So, on the 2nd of July, I'm going to go to New Orleans. I think that's how you pronounce it. I usually say New Orleans, but I wanted to be cool and say New Orleans. And then that's the first area I'm visiting. And then the other area is sort of like around Memphis, Nashville sort of area. And I'm returning back to Australia on the 14th of July. So, the reason why I brought that up was because I wanted to ask you guys if you had like any tips or like, I don't know, like I don't even know if that makes sense, but I mean, just like, oh, there's this really cool restaurant at this particular location, or like, if you live in the area, maybe you could like fucking show me around or something, I don't know. That might be a bit weird though, I don't know. Like, not weird for... Wait, not weird for me, like, weird for you. Because you'd be like, oh, I don't know this guy. But, yeah, that's what I'm sort of getting at. Oh, that's my air conditioning turned off. 1 second. So, I'm sitting back down. One of the most annoying things about this place, I must say, is that they have central air conditioning throughout the whole apartment block. So, the air conditioning turns off every hour on the hour. It's disgustingly hot, and, you know, I've got the window closed so that I don't have any outside influences, like, because there's always noises in the city and it's so annoying. And I've got this black window shade that I can't, you know, change. Like, they should be silver so they reflect the sun, instead of black so that they absorb the sun and make my room into a damn sauna. Well, anyway, I don't want to complain about that. Anyway, I'll just remind you, you know, I'm going to America, sort of like early half of July, Memphis, Nashville sort of area, New Orleans as well. If anyone has anything they know, like, danger, stay away from this particular place, or like, hell yeah, go to this particular place, then let me know, and I might go there. Or like, you could say, hey, on this day I'm going somewhere, maybe we could like, go for drinks, that'd be cool, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that, because I'm not good with social stuff, so if you wanna like catch up, then, you know, you gotta be social, because I'm shit. If you talk, then I can talk. And I'm just talking to myself, so that shows you how much social stuff I'm good at. I can talk to my screen. I'm going to have to move on from that crap because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I need to just like focus. So, it is currently midday on a Saturday? Yeah, it is Saturday. I'm catching a bus in about an hour and 15 minutes. And it's going to take me about half an hour to walk to that bus, so that's why I was saying I probably shouldn't be recording right now. I wonder if I can... I think I'm going to have to take this footage, take it with me on the bus, and then edit it when I get back home. Because I'm going back to Newcastle. I'm in Sydney right now. Newcastle is like a 2-hour drive north of Sydney. That's where I come from, like, originally. My mum has been traveling all around Europe. She's done Venice, Italy. I don't know if that's the same thing. Don't correct me. France. I can't remember the other places, but she was working over there. She's coming back, and I'm going to go see her for the weekend before I go back to class. We've got a long weekend, so Monday off as well. Oh yeah, and because of that, I'm gonna miss 2 scheduled uploads toward the later end of next week because of this. Since I can't really record at home, like I could, but the problem is that I haven't seen my mum in like, I don't know, a couple months, and we're probably gonna want to catch up during that time instead of me saying, hey, can you be quiet and leave me alone while I record all day? And then she would probably rip my damn head off and then stick it, I don't know, on a totem pole in her room or something like that. Totem pole of other people's heads that she's ripped off. She's mean. Okay. So, you know what? When I was speaking about Twitter and the idea that I wanted to be more active on it, I had like a little story planned. I don't know if it is going to make really much sense. Maybe it might relate to you guys a little bit, maybe it won't. But pretty much growing up, I always had like really crap phones. Like I didn't really have like the smartphone until the later end of high school when I finally got one. But even then, I never had a plan for internet. I always had, I can't remember what it's called anymore because I haven't done it for ages, but I used to get credit on my phone. Like I go to the gas station, as you American guys would call it. I'd go to the petrol station or the garage. I'd go there, I'd be like, hey, here's $50, can I get $50 worth of Optus credit? And they'd be like, yeah. And then you type in the number, you get $50 credit, and then you can call and text until you run out of credit. But the problem was, if you wanted to use the internet, it would sap your money so quickly you wouldn't even know what was going on. Like if you just watched like one YouTube video, that'd probably be like $10. And I needed that $50 because I spent maybe $50 every 3 months on my phone just through calls and text, which is not very much at all, like realistically. Like I'm sure that some people, probably people heaps younger than me, use their phone like $100 every month probably. But I was on that credit scheme type thing for so many years that it's still weird to me having internet on my phone just normally. Like, I don't know, I probably sound like I'm an old guy going like, oh, back in my day. But for real though, back in freaking, it wasn't really my day, but back when I was at high school, everyone would just be like, oh, I'll whip out my phone, I'll just check, I'll check something. But like for me, if I get lost or something, if I don't have everything printed out, then I won't be able to look up, if I needed to go somewhere and I got lost, I would have no idea what to do. But these days I rely on my phone so much because I finally have a plan with internet where I can just be like, oh, I'm bored, I'll just whip out my phone, go on Reddit or something. But back in the day, I'd just stand there and be like, duh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but relating that back to Twitter, I'm still getting used to the fact that I can just take a photo and then upload it straight to Twitter while I'm standing outside, That's sort of weird to me. Like, the way I would have had to do it would be, I'd go out, do something, take photos along the way, come home, plug it into my computer, and then drag the photos from my phone, onto my computer and then onto Twitter from there. And it's so cool that I can skip that step now. It probably doesn't mean anything to any of you guys. Like, you guys are probably like, well, it sounds like you were just a caveman for fucking, how many years? Maybe 16 years? And I'm just like, yeah, I was a freaking caveman. Screw that shit. I never want to go back to that. Some people might be like, oh, back in my day it was easier. But hell no, that was fucking cancer. I don't want to ever do that again. Okay. We are very much nearing the end of this video because I only have one thing left I want to talk about. And it's sort of getting close to the time that I need to, like, pack all my shit to go back home. And if I miss that bus, I'm screwed. So let's just quickly jump to the last thing. The last thing, this has been like 25 minutes already. I guess, you know, I hope you guys don't mind. Like, that's the whole point of these videos. I just talk shit for the whole time, and you guys either watch or don't watch. But considering it's because of that, I'm not going to get many answers to this because it's such a long video, but I'll put it here anyway. Maybe I might make an announcement video later on about this, but I sort of was thinking it would be cool to do an Ask Me Anything video. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but I'm thinking in the same vein as like the Sidemen, if you've ever heard of them. They all do Ask Me Anything videos. I'll explain that for those of you who don't know. Basically, you send me a question that you want me to answer, like a personal question, a business question, class or work-related question, anything, and then I just go through, pick some of the good ones. Like, you could even do, like, you know, what are those things called? When it's sort of like, would you rather? You could do that. Like, that's a question, basically. So you just send me any question you want, and then I'll just compile all your little questions into a video, and I just answer them all one by one. And, you know, maybe it won't be that great, maybe it won't be that funny, but that way we sort of get to learn. Well, we don't. I guess you get to learn a bit more about me, because this channel for a while, it's been very like creepypasta focused, just because I don't really have time to think about anything else. I sort of just did this video out of the blue. I don't know. I just wanted to get something out there and let you know about everything that's going on. So if you guys want to do that, you can drop all your little questions, anything that you might want to know, down into the comment section below. And normally I just answer them there, you know, like I just go, this is my response, blah. But instead of answering, I'll just say, I'll take that. And then I'll just screen cap your question and drop it in a little folder. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, let me know and ask a question if you'd like. Otherwise, I really hope that you guys have an excellent day. I hope that you guys are having an excellent day. And if it's nighttime, then I hope that you have an excellent sleep, because I need to get ready to leave. So I'll see you guys in the next piece of shit that I upload. So stay tuned for more. I haven't done that outro in such a long time, I almost forgot it. Goodbye!